Subscribe and click the bell icon for the latest updates from Express Drives. So if you're wondering what am I doing right now with an old Volkswagen Polo, well, it's a Polo Mark II to be precise. Unfortunately, we're not driving it. But the good part is that we're here to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Polo in India. Yes, you heard that right, 10 years of Polo in India. Now, in a time where car models, in fact, they change generations in about 4 to 5 years, a facelift comes in as quick as 1 to 1.5 years, the Polo has stood against time and has completed 10 years in the same generation. So the Polo that you drive today is the same one that was launched 10 years back. Of course, it has got a lot of updates over the course of these 10 years, but still, what it has achieved in this 10 years and the fact that it still is a relevant car in its segment and a competitive one is a great achievement for it. So what makes the Polo tick so well? Well, there are numerous factors for it. It looks great, it's a safe car, it is fun to drive, it has great features which still keep it relevant in terms of competition. But that is something that we have told you in our earlier videos and we will keep discussing over the next few videos. But today, what we will tell you are 10 things about the Polo as a model that you didn't know or probably are less known fact. So sit back and enjoy the show. So cool fact number 1. The Polo you see here at the small go-karting track is one of its kind. Called the Polo RX, this is a rear-wheel driven Polo and is built by Volkswagen India's motorsport team. Powered by a 1.8-litre TSI engine, developing around 230 horsepower, all of which is fed to the rear wheels through a sequential gearbox. This super quick Polo is an absolute racket on wheels. Fact number 2. The first generation Polo was basically a rebadged Audi 50, but cheaper. Interestingly, Audi couldn't taste success with the 50 and stopped production in 1978, but Volkswagen struck a jackpot with the Polo and what followed is history. Fact 3. In its 10 years in India, Volkswagen has made more than 250,000 Polos. Through this journey, this hot hatchback has been offered with 8 engine options, showcasing its versatility. Fact 4. Globally, the Polo is a sales blockbuster as more than 14 million of them have been built so far. Yes, that's correct, 14 million. And that just shows how popular this little hatchback is all over the globe. Fact 5. The Volkswagen Cross Polo seen here was an attempt by the car maker to get extra sales on the back of strong demand for SUVs or vehicles that look like SUVs. The car, basically a Polo with a body kit and a higher ground clearance though, couldn't make it to the list of a sales hit. Fact 6. The Polo GTI is actually the hottest and fastest hatchback in India under the Rs 50 lakh bracket. Its 1.8-litre TSI engines develops a whopping 192 PS of power, which is enough to put many more expensive and powerful cars to shame. In its two-door layout, it is quite a nice looker too. Fact 7. The Volkswagen Polo is the only hatchback in the country right now to have survived 10 years without a generation change. With numerous mechanical and design updates, the car is still at par with the competition in terms of technology. Fact 8. In July 2019, all car makers in India reported negative sales number owing to challenging economic conditions. However, Volkswagen was the one and only company to report a growth in sales, and that was primarily driven by the increase in demand for the Polo. Fact 9. The Polo GT, which is the most expensive variant in the Polo lineup right now, accounts for about 40% of total sales. This clearly proves that people are willing to pay more for a car if it offers them genuinely good driving pleasure without sacrificing on features or comfort. Fact 10. Well, this is the one that a lot of you have been waiting for. The all-new Polo. The new generation Polo, which is currently on sale in Europe but not in India, could be here soon. The company hasn't confirmed the time, but the new Polo is in their plans, so things are set to get even better if you are someone who loves the Volkswagen Polo. So before we call it a day, well,
I'm sure over the last few minutes you did have a lot of fun, especially if you are someone who has owned a Polo or own a Polo, or if you are a Polo enthusiast. Well, the journey of the Volkswagen Polo in India has been a truly remarkable one because, as far as I can think, the Polo is the only hatchback in the country which has survived a decade, that is 10 years in a single generation. So, without any major change, without a generation change, the car has been in the market and has been relevant and is still not outdated. It's still right up with the competition, and that is a phenomenal achievement for a car, especially in a time like today where in about 4 years you have a proper model change. With that said, I do hope Volkswagen keeps introducing better and more sportier variants of the Polo in the Indian market, but more importantly, I hope they do bring in the all-new Polo into the country, because there definitely is a market for that brilliant hatchback. But before I sign off, well, I'll just head over to the track and have some more fun because it's quite addictive. See you.